How we doing today, guys? It's Jesse with the Common Man, Corpus Christi. I am here today with Carrie Moore Manna. She is a representative from not only the EIP, the Election Integrity Project of Nueces County, that, full disclosure, I'm a member of. They went up to Austin yesterday to do a little meet and greet and try to get a hold of the ear of some of the legislatures. So she's going to give you a report on that, and then she's also going to talk to you about Moms for Liberty, which she just started the first chapter here in Texas for, and she'll give you a little info on those guys. So, Carrie, by all means, go right ahead. Give us your report. What happened in Austin yesterday?
Well, it was Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday.
Okay, so 8 of us went up there from the EIP in Nueces County, and we split up our legislators. There was 150 of them. We each did about 20. So, do I look at you?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. So we each got about 20. We went to their offices and encouraged them to vote for SB 7 and HB 6. Those are two of the big bills that deal with election integrity. They're very, very similar, but just a little different nuances here and there. They deal with things like not being able to change election laws without going through state legislature. We had one specific county, but maybe others, who all of a sudden came up with 24-hour voting, drive-through voting, and they would, if they got 50 election machines, they didn't distribute them evenly between Democrat and Republican election sites. They were not updating, purging voting rolls, so SB 7 and HB 6 deal with that. They deal with absentee and mail fraud and ballot harvesting, dead citizens voting, or citizens that aren't citizens of that precinct voting in that precinct, hacking voting machines, and excluding poll watchers. So either SB 7 or HB 6 will deal with all or one or a few of those things. Nueces County with Kara Sands did a fabulous job as far as the integrity of our elections, and we're really, EIP started so we could be a beacon to the rest of the state because we did such a great job. We had a few issues with ballot harvesting, but there weren't really any laws to prevent those things from happening. So we did a great job. And in the last batch of bills, one of the last batches of bills that came through the EIP and what we do, we were 30% of all the comments that the committees read while they were going through the bills, of people saying, yes, we want this passed, or no, we don't want this passed. We were 30% of all of the comments, and that's just the EIP of Nueces County. So we are making big headway. We are making our voices known. And when we went to the Capitol, we all had our Election Integrity Project of Nueces County shirts on, and people were coming up to us left and right. Thank you for what you're doing. We need that. We had several people go, good luck with that. So we're really gaining momentum. Unfortunately, our legislature is only in session for a few more weeks until 2 years. So we have a very short time to accomplish what we want to accomplish. But as a side note, if you have your concealed carry license, you can take your gun into the Capitol. I left mine in the car because I wasn't sure. I should have done some research. And the line is shorter for you to get in. So I learned that. And the COVID testing now is not mandatory to get in. You swab your own nose, but there are offices that will not let you in without a mask or a COVID test, mostly Democrat offices. But so we learned that as well. That was very interesting. What else? We went and saw Todd Hunter and learned that HB 6 is still in the process, but HB 7 has passed the Senate and it's now going to the House, which is very, very exciting. And I've picked up a Texas Legislative Handbook, which is super cool. It's got all of the pictures of all of our representatives, their phone numbers, what committees they're on, how a bill becomes a law. You can get that at the I guess you can get it online. I got mine at the state capitol gift shop. So it was really an interesting experience, very interesting experience. So it was great. We went into each office. We explained who we were from the EIP in Nueces County, and it was great because it gave us a sense of doing something, of actually physically being proactive, which after this last election, we really didn't feel like we had. I didn't feel like I had a lot of control over what was happening around me. So that was fantastic. And then when we got to talk, we didn't get to talk to many, I don't know that any of us got to talk to an actual representative, but when we talked to their staff, we were able to also ask them if there were any other bills we need to be made aware of that as conservative legislators, they're wanting to push. Because the EIP will put out an email, and we have 4 committees on the EIP: the legislative, the direct action, the public relations, and the education. So I'm on the legislative committee, so we'll go through all the bills that are still moving. We will summarize them and say, yes, we like them, or no, we don't like them, and for what reasons. And then we put out an email and encourage other people to do the same. So if there were bills that a legislator's office is really pushing, we were able to get that information as well to help them. We wanted to let them know we're here to help them. They're not just here to help us. So that's empowering to make that connection between us and our legislators. So we got to do that, and then I got to ask them with Moms for Liberty, we're tracking some bills for education purposes. So I got to ask that.
All right, awesome. And so is there anything else you want to tell us about the Capitol? Anything in particular that you saw that was a really good time? Would you encourage other people to go?
Oh, yeah.
All of that kind of stuff?
It was very cool. It makes sure you get a map. Very confusing. Every hall looks like every other hall. Some offices required masks. Some did not. The gift shop was fabulous. Love my beer stein and my wine glass. Yeah, so I mean, it was cool. I got some Texas flag socks, and I felt like I was a real patriot.
Hell yeah!
But they had leather gun cases.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like for your pistol. I was like, oh, that's pretty badass.
Oh, yeah, that's a very Texas thing to have at our Capitol.
Yeah, I was like, I bet there's none of those in Chicago and Illinois and places. California probably doesn't have that.
Definitely not. Definitely.
So
not.
it was really cool. And then we got the whole drive up there and the whole drive back to shoot the shit and find out what's going on with each other, and it was great. It was fabulous.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. So before we talk about Moms for Liberty, I want to remind everybody to make sure that if you're watching this, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Especially the subscriptions on the Common Man Corpus Christi channel are really important right now. If we make it to 300 subscribers, Odyssey will automatically port over the entire catalog that I have on here. So that way, in case if YouTube ever decides to nuke us, we'll have somewhere to go. Also, as always, everybody always asks about my shirts. This one is directly from our parent organization, which is wearechange.org, and all of their lovely t-shirts that you can get over here. So go check those guys out. And now we're going to get back to Carrie, because she wants to tell us a little bit about her startup here in Texas, which is the Moms for Liberty group. So by all means, go right ahead.
Moms for Liberty was started, our founders are in Florida, Broward County, Florida. They started in January of this year, just January of this year. It's an organization, it's a nonprofit organization, a 501c3 or C4, that encourages parental rights over state rights. We want to empower parents to defend the rights of their children over the rights of the levels of government. So Florida was having an issue, or I guess is still having an issue with mask mandates for kids in schools. There are now, so that was started in Florida. There are now 17 chapters across the United States. I was the first one in Texas. And what's really cool about this organization is each chapter has their own goals. So whereas we don't have a mask issue so much, we got to choose our own goals for Corpus Christi. So basically, we want to keep conservative values in schools. We want to go back to our teachers teaching how to think critically, how to use the Socratic method versus what to teach, i.e. critical race theory, 1619 project. So we want to empower parents to get back involved with our students, with our school board, and take back this power that we have as parents, that we still, in Texas, we still have. So the goals in the Corpus Christi chapter are first to help parents be involved. One of my goals is to have a parent or an adult. You don't have to be a mom, you don't have to be a dad. We all pay taxes. We all pay property taxes. So we all have a vested interest in what our public schools are producing and what our private schools are producing and sending out into our world. So our parents need to get involved, and I'd like to have a parent or an adult at every school board meeting representing Moms for Liberty, every school board meeting in Nueces County. The second one is I'd really like to provide a safe space for parents and teachers alike to come to us with material they are questioning, why it's being taught or why they are being asked to teach our children these things. Some of these teacher unions, I know, hold some of these teachers hostage and have them teach things that not all these teachers agree with. And they know it's not good for our students. They know it's not healthy. But we want to provide an anonymous place where they can come, give us that information, and we will research it. We will go to the school board, and that way they don't feel ostracized. And we all know that cancel culture is such a big thing now. We don't want them to go through that. So that's another big one. I want to make sure that teachers and parents both know if there's something questionable, they can come to us. The next thing is, because of the EIP that I've been involved in, I have learned how to track bills through the Texas Legislature online, and I'm completely geeking on it. So I could do it like 24 hours a day. I've become a super nerd, and it's fun. So I've got somebody now on Moms for Liberty that is going to be tracking bills regarding education, regarding sex ed in our schools, regarding transgender issues, Title IX issues, critical race theory. So I think that's important, because if we're going to change what our schools are producing, we need to be involved in what's coming down the pike as far as legislature. So that's another big one that we're working on. And those are right now, as we have just started just a few weeks ago, those are our three main goals for this chapter of Moms for Liberty. So we need more adults involved. We need more boots on the ground, eyes and ears on the ground, teachers and parents to let us know what's happening around our community and in all of our schools. And just because your kids may be in private school, they are not immune to these things. There are private schools that are teaching these things. So really the only way you're not getting this stuff, you're guaranteed not to get this stuff, is to homeschool. And that's just not a viable option for everyone. I wish it was, but it just isn't. So for us to make Nueces County public schools the best they can be does nothing but help everyone involved, everyone in our state. We want literate, intelligent children who can defend whatever it is that they believe, but know how to defend it and know how to receive criticism of what they believe and have a healthy discourse. And we're just, as a society, we're not able to do that right now. So those are our goals for Moms for Liberty as far as it goes now.
If anybody wants to get involved or try to get in contact with you, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys if they want to get more involved?
Well, for Moms for Liberty, we meet on Thursdays while school is in session. Of course, we just have a few more weeks of that. So we have a meeting tonight at Silverado Barbecue at 6 o'clock. And then once school's out of session, we'll go probably to once a month. And it'll be pretty basic, pretty chill, hopefully. unless something crazy happens. Anybody can join our Facebook at Moms for Liberty, Corpus Christi, Nueces County. And then if you want to join the chapter, you need to email me your name, physical address, phone number to momsforlibertycc@gmail.com. And we'll get you on the mailing list, and we'll tell you this meeting tonight will be open to everybody. Mostly our meetings are just for people who have joined the chapter. If you want to get involved with the Election Integrity Project of Nueces County, we meet every Monday except the third Monday of the month at Silverado Barbecue from 6 to 7. Shout out to Silverado Barbecue. And you can get involved with us on Facebook, the EIP of Nueces County. And you can email Sean Flanagan at sflanagan55@gmail.com. And that, we have gone from 4 members to over 100 members, and we are growing like wildfire. It's a nonpartisan group. Please come and find out and just empower yourself to understand how this works. You can go through the TLO website, and it's just fascinating. Can't tell you how much I love this website. And you can search for bills, whatever you're interested in. You don't have to be interested necessarily in election integrity or education. If you're a Second Amendment rights person or a First Amendment, whatever you are interested in, you can search by bills by keywords and follow those bills and create alerts and get involved and be able to literally put your own voice, and they will read it while they're going through the bills on the floor. So it's super empowering. It's super fun. And if you need help, contact somebody at the EIP. We'll come over and we'll help you go through that website and teach you how to empower yourself and learn what is happening in this crazy government that we have right now.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you very much, Carrie, for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Jesse.
Absolutely. And
by the way, your baby, adorable.
Thank you.
Gonna eat her.
So once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with all your friends, so that way we can get more and more people out there. So once again, for the Common Man, Corpus Christi, this is Jesse signing out. Thanks, guys.